Hi, how are you doing? Lydia and David are helping me out today. And we have here a black tube with a question mark on it and a green rod, kind of. Lydia, will you go ahead and pick up that black tube? And David, you can pick up the green rod. And David, would you go ahead and slide that green rod through the holes there in the tube? And here we have, you're good, you can leave it there. And we have a green ball. And sure enough, the ball cannot pass through the rod. Go ahead, you can pour that ball into David's hand over there or yours, either one. All right, you know what? Okay, David, you can, thank you. All right, so in a moment, I tell you what, go ahead, David, put that green ball in there. And you know what? It kind of reminds me of life. Sometimes life gets difficult. Sometimes life gets hard, and there's things that get in our way of doing what we want to do. Kind of like that green ball passing through the rod. Well, you know what, Lydia, go ahead. Pour that back into David's hand again. You know, you can hold that, Lydia. And David, go ahead. Sometimes we think that maybe if we try harder, we'll make it through the problem. Go ahead, put the ball in there, and it's not going through again. Sometimes trying harder will take care of the problem, but certainly not always. Let's pour it out. Let's try again. All right. Sometimes we think money might solve the problem. Maybe we can buy something that will take care of things. Go ahead, David, put that in there.
Money. No.
It didn't go through. Money sometimes helps with problems. Sometimes it can take care of problems, but not all the time. All right, let's try again. Maybe if we find the right people, enough people to help us, that'll take care of the problems. Go ahead, put that in. And the ball is not going through.
What?
Sometimes people can help us solve our problems, make them disappear, or help us through them. But we can't always count on trying harder, money, or other people. Those are great things that might help us out as we deal with the problem, as we deal with the hard time. But it may not be the best solution. Let's try taking that ball out again. And let's give it to David. And it's running away again. Quite a ways away again. All right, David coming back with the ball. Let's go ahead and put that in the tube.
Go in the tube.
And you know what? What I'm going to mention next, it doesn't always make the problem disappear, but it can help us in the problem. You see, the Bible tells us that God is an ever-present help in times of trouble. The Bible tells us to cast our cares on God, and He cares for us. The Bible tells us that God will lift us up, help us when things are difficult. So, I tell you what, God doesn't always make things disappear, just like money and other people and trying harder don't always make problems disappear. But God is faithful. We can always count on Him to care. We can always count on Him to help us through those times and work things out for the best. All right, I tell you what, Lydia, David, I'm going to count to 3, and when I do, I'm going to say, let's remember to look to God for help. And we'll see if maybe that ball can make it through the green rod, through that problem there. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's remember to look to God to help us through hard times. Oh, we didn't get that very good. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Let's remember to look to God to help us through hard times. And let's see, did the ball get through? And it looks like it did. Very good. You know what? Life can certainly be difficult at times. And when it is, trying harder is a great thing. Going to friends who might be able to help us and support us is a wonderful thing. Sometimes money will help us out as well. but we can always know that God cares, God is faithful, and God will help us. So when you're having a bad day, when things aren't going really good, remember to look to God.
Whoosh! We're gonna cut out that whoosh.